There's this low, constant hum in the background of modern life now. You can hear it when you wake up. You feel it before you even check your phone. It's not noise exactly. It's pressure. It's the sense that something is wrong, but no one in charge is acknowledging it. Or worse, they are, and they're pretending it's fine. People are exhausted. Not tired like, I didn't sleep well last night. Exhausted like their nervous systems never shut off anymore. Exhausted like rest doesn't work the way it used to. Exhausted like even the things that used to refill you now feel like chores. And yet, if you turn on the news, scroll LinkedIn, listen to earnings calls or politicians, everything's strong. The economy is resilient. The labor market is healthy. Growth is robust. But talk to real people. They're burning out. They're dissociating. They're quietly opting out. They're doing the bare minimum just to survive the week. There's this weird disconnect happening where the system is screaming everything is normal, while the population is quietly unraveling. And it's not because people suddenly got lazy. It's not because people don't want to work. It's because the deal changed and no one agreed to the new terms. You're working harder than ever. You're producing more than ever. You're reachable 24/7. You're optimized, tracked, measured, rated, and somehow, you're falling behind. That's the part people can't wrap their heads around. You did what you were told. You went to school. You took the job. You showed up. You adapted. You sacrificed. And the reward never came. Instead, the finish line keeps moving. And the cost of staying in the race keeps rising. That does something to a person. It erodes hope quietly. It makes you question yourself. It makes you feel like you're failing at a game that was never designed for you to win. And the worst part? You don't even have the energy to be angry anymore. Part 2. The invisible weight everyone is carrying. There's this emotional standoff happening in society right now. Everyone needs support. No one has the capacity to give it. Everyone is stretched thin. Everyone is one unexpected bill away from panic. Everyone is managing something heavy mentally, financially, emotionally. And nobody wants to admit how bad it actually is, because admitting it feels dangerous. Admitting it feels like giving up. Admitting it feels like you're not resilient enough. So instead, we normalize dysfunction. We normalize being constantly overwhelmed. We normalize anxiety as a personality trait. We normalize burnout as ambition. We normalize never feeling caught up. We joke about it. We make memes about it. We laugh about being dead inside. But underneath the humor, something darker is happening. People are losing their sense of future. Not just optimism, direction. Marriage feels unaffordable. Kids feel irresponsible. Home ownership feels mythical. Retirement feels fake. So people delay. They cope. They distract. They subscribe to little comforts to get through the day. Coffee, streaming, takeout, scrolling. Small dopamine hits just to make life feel tolerable. And then they blame themselves for not saving enough. How are you supposed to save when everything is designed to extract every spare dollar you have? How are you supposed to plan when stability itself has become a luxury? This isn't just financial stress. This is existential stress. It's the feeling that no matter how hard you try, the ground keeps eroding beneath your feet. That nothing you build feels permanent. That everything can be taken away faster than you can replace it. And living in that state long term? That burns people out at a cellular level. Something is deeply wrong with the way work feels now. Not the idea of work. People want purpose. People want to contribute. People want to feel useful. But modern work doesn't feel like contribution. It feels like extraction. You're always behind, always responding, always proving, always justifying your existence through output. Metrics replace meaning. Efficiency replaces humanity. Burnout is reframed as a personal weakness instead of a structural feature. Jobs are optimized until there's nothing left to give. Schedules are tight. Teams are lean. Margins are sacred. And when someone breaks, they're replaced. Not because leadership is cruel, but because the system rewards cruelty disguised as efficiency. Even managers are burning out. Even business owners are drowning. Even people doing well feel trapped. Because once you're inside this machine, there's no off switch, only escalation. More hours, more pressure, more responsibility. Same pay, less security. And if you complain, you're ungrateful. If you slow down, you're falling behind. If you leave, you're replaceable. That constant tension rewires the brain. It keeps people in fight or flight. It turns life into a series of problems to manage instead of something to experience. No wonder people feel numb. No wonder people feel detached. No wonder people fantasize about disappearing, moving off grid, or opting out entirely. They're not lazy. They're overloaded. Money used to represent effort. Now it represents survival. Rent eats half your income. Utilities are unpredictable. Food prices feel hostile. Insurance feels like a scam you're legally required to participate in. You pay, and pay, and pay, and somehow still feel behind. People swipe cards without checking balances anymore. Not because they're reckless, but because they're exhausted. Because they're hoping. Because sometimes denial is the only way to function. Declined cards aren't rare. They're routine. And they're humiliating in a way that cuts deep. Not because someone wanted luxury, but because they needed coffee to get through another day. Groceries trigger anxiety now. You watch packages shrink. Prices rise. Sales feel insulting. Food, the most basic human necessity, feels precarious. In the wealthiest country on earth, people are worried about eating. That should stop everything. But it doesn't. Because the system doesn't measure human stress. It measures profit. So the narrative stays positive. And the pain stays private. Part 5. The lie of normal. This is the part that breaks people. Being told this is normal. Being told everyone's dealing with it. Being told it's just inflation. Being told work harder. Being told budget better. As if the problem is individual behavior, not systemic design. As if millions of people simultaneously struggling is a coincidence. As if entire generations feeling hopeless is a mindset issue. This isn't normal. This is engineered scarcity. Wages calibrated just high enough to survive. Debt normalized as lifestyle. Housing treated as an investment instead of shelter. Healthcare treated as a profit center. Education treated as a lifetime bill. The system doesn't collapse dramatically. It grinds people down quietly. It keeps them busy, distracted, competing with each other instead of questioning the rules. And most people sense it. They just don't have language for it yet. They feel something's off. They feel cheated. They feel tired in a way sleep can't fix. And when enough people feel that way at once, pretending everything is okay becomes dangerous. This is why you're seeing people walk away. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. They stop chasing promotions. They downsize. They move in unconventional ways. They choose mobile homes, cabins, tents, minimalism. Not because it's trendy, but because the traditional path feels like a trap. If owning nothing means not drowning in debt, some people choose nothing. If smaller means breathing room, smaller wins. If stability means unconventional choices, people take them. And then they're judged, shamed, mocked, as if suffering in the right way is morally superior. But people are done sacrificing their health for appearances. They're done working themselves into the ground for a future that keeps disappearing. This isn't rebellion. It's self-preservation. Millennials remember the old world, barely but enough to feel the loss. Gen Z never knew it. They inherited chaos as baseline, instability as normal, burnout as culture. And that matters, because hope is built on memory. And when there's nothing to compare against, people internalize the struggle as personal failure. That's cruel, and it's dangerous, because a society without hope doesn't collapse loudly. It disengages. People stop caring, stop planning, stop believing effort leads anywhere. And systems don't survive disengagement. The truth is uncomfortable. This isn't sustainable. This isn't healthy. This isn't freedom. It's not capitalism working. It's extraction winning. It's growth without limits on a finite planet. It's profit prioritized over people. It's efficiency stripped of ethics. And no one is coming to save us. No leader, no institution, no miracle policy. That realization hits people differently. For some, it sparks fear. For others, grief. For others, anger. For many, paralysis. But ignoring it doesn't make it go away. The question isn't, how do we go back? That world is gone. The question is, what do we build next? And who do we build it for? This moment feels unbearable because it's transitional. Old promises are breaking. New ones haven't formed yet. People are still playing by rules that no longer reward them. Still waiting for permission to change course. Still hoping the system will correct itself. It won't. Systems don't self-correct when they benefit the powerful. They change when enough people stop pretending everything's fine. That doesn't mean violence. It doesn't mean chaos. It means honesty, naming what's broken, refusing to normalize burnout, redefining success away from endless consumption, valuing rest, valuing community, valuing enough. If you're feeling this, you're not weak. You're not lazy. You're not imagining it. You're responding normally to an abnormal system. And the most important thing happening right now isn't collapse. It's recognition. People are seeing the machine. They're naming the exhaustion. They're admitting the deal is broken. That's the beginning of change, not the end. Nothing shifts until enough people agree on reality. So if you feel burned out while the system pretends everything's okay, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you see it. And seeing it is the first step towards something better, even if we don't know exactly what that looks like yet. You're not alone, and you're not crazy. And this feeling, it's not going away, because it's telling the truth.